Dean, there's been a lot of discussion about your team composition and which of course influenced what happened at the toss. But where would you say you lost this game? Was it there or was it in your first innings?
When you say there, you mean by
the
toss?
Team selection and the toss.
No. No, I think obviously first inning runs that kind of it stabilizes your game. If you score 300 plus, you're giving yourself the best chance to compete and get a result in your favour. We were half of that. I really didn't think we batted particularly well. Sure, the ball went around, but this is Test cricket, man. You need to deal with it. We did lose those 2 wickets just before lunch. If we were 3 down at lunch, 80 odd for 3, I think we would have been in a pretty good position, and I think I would have bitten my arm off for that result. But we were 5 down, and you're always going to be playing catch-up cricket with regards to that. But as we saw, the wicket did deteriorate like we thought it would, and it was playing in favour for the seamers and the spinners. I definitely think the first innings our batting let us down quite a bit.
Proteas?
Dean, I understand obviously there was a reason that you picked the 2 specialist spinners and you were anticipating dry conditions. But can you just tell us why the decision was made to leave Marco Jansen as the bowler up and not one of the others?
Well, obviously Marco is maybe the least experienced player or bowler in our 4-prong pace attack. Just with Lungi gives us the control and stability. Anna's got the raw pace and he's got a few of the English batters' numbers. And KG is basically the full package. So we thought Jansen was the obvious choice with Harmy, and in saying that Harmy also provides something with a bat. So I'd say it was maybe just on the maybe slight inexperienced part.
Mark?
Dean, your teammates often talk about you as being quite a straight shooter and telling it how it is. So I'm just wondering now if it's going to a decider and a bit of a break, what's your message to your players?
Look, I haven't thought about it. Everything's been a bit of a blur since day one. But I guess it's happened. Everything's happened so quickly. I'll have 2 days now to process it. But yeah, I won't change my way or my approach. That's been pretty sound and unique forward. If I do that now, I'll be doing myself injustice and I'll be letting the team down, because I think the guys actually enjoy the honesty and they understand where they stand with me, and it also creates an honest platform amongst the other players. So yeah, I'll have a few days off now and go back to the drawing board and obviously dissect and have a look at where we could have been better, which I think I've already spoken for. And we'll just sit down and have those chats again. I mean, it's an adult environment, and I don't want to treat a guy like a school kid either. That's definitely not my way, because I wouldn't have liked that when I was a younger player, for instance. But yeah, we'll definitely have a few chats going forward.
Thanks, Paul.
You win a game by innings in 3 days, and
Thanks.
you lose a game by innings in 3 days.
Thanks.
Can you put your finger on why the margins have been so big, and would you expect the way these 2 teams are going about it for wanting to get another big win next week?
Well, I think if you look at the first test, England's batting in the first innings let them down. Kind of speaks for itself in this test as well. I think the margins there, as mentioned earlier, you set yourself up nicely if you score well in the first innings. It didn't happen in the first test for the opposition, didn't happen for us in this test, and I think that's kind of self-explanatory. And then when you've got your foot on the opposition's throat and they're not going to give you an inch, you're always going to be fighting that battle to try and claw your way back. That's Test cricket for you. You're playing against the best in the world here, and they're not going to give you a margin to even get a sniff. So yeah, it was always going to be hard work for us to get back.
I just also wanted to ask you about Kyle Verreynne and his efforts out there today. What did you think of what he did in his day? Oh, not Verreynne, what am I saying? Sorry, I'm meant to say Russie. I don't know why I said
Kyle from the distance, Russie.
Russie.
Yeah, look, obviously Russie went into the batting today with a fractured finger. That's never ideal. it's tough enough doing it with 10 fingers. Now you got to go do it with 9. Yeah, I thought it was a courageous effort. We always knew it's going to be hard work for us to get on par with them, and he showed a lot of nuts. To be quite frank, he did, and a lot of character and a lot of toughness, and that's what his character brings out when sometimes his back's against the wall. That's what happens, and now he was competing with a broken finger as well, which can maybe sometimes help you because you start forgetting about the opposition and you're actually dealing with the pain going through your finger. Yeah, I thought he showed a hell of a lot of character in today's innings. So yeah, I wish he continued with his knock because I thought there was something special coming his way. So yeah, I take my hat off for him. It was a inspirational knock in a sense.
Thanks, Fidos.
Dean, I guess it's not a secret that the batting has been struggling over a while, and you've tried different things, moving players around. What do you think you guys need to do now in terms of getting it right?
I think a few tough decisions will be coming our way. Obviously, with Rassie being ruled out now with the finger, we obviously have to replace him. So that's a definite. Whether that's just the only one that we'll make, we've got a few days. Look, we've got nearly 2 weeks before the next test. So we'll go away and obviously get our options and try and get better combinations, I guess. And the bottom of the line is we need runs from that middle order, and at the moment that is letting us down quite a bit. To be frank and bold and honest, that's the truth. And as much as guys don't want to hear it, I think they know that already. So yeah, but for now, Rassie's position has to be filled. Whether that's the only spot, we're not sure just yet.
Yeah.
Dean, what are you going to do for the next 8 or 9 days or 10 days? I mean, you haven't got any fixtures officially. Like, you're going to get a catch club game or something, or what are you going to do?
That's quite funny, Menace. I think actually sometimes you can go into panic mode when things like this happen. Myself and the coach are definitely not those kind of guys to panic. We know we're still a good side. Sometimes time away from the game is not a bad thing. We do have 2 days now, but we also have some time away from the game, which was already planned prior to us coming on this trip. So yeah, but we'll definitely use that period for a bit of connection again within the group. Not like it's disconnected, but just let's touch base again. Let's pull ourselves towards ourselves, and don't forget why we're here. We're here to win a test series, and we're in a great position to still win a test series. So yeah, we'll have a few days away, but there's no club cricket. I'm sure there'll be some physical activities planned by our coaches going forward, where we'll do things as a squad. So yeah, just maybe clear your minds and just let the dust settle after this, and focus on the third test, which is it's set up to be a serious series, and yeah, can't wait for that third test to start at Surrey.